Hello, it's Elisa Farigi from thinkautism.co.uk, and this week's e-zine topic is about sleep. And I think we all really understand the importance of sleep and why we need it, such as things like physical growth, mostly important for children, not so much for adults, to restore and repair, and to enable our cognitive functioning. And really, it helps us to learn. Even while we're sleeping, we are actually consolidating everything that we've learnt in the day. I want to share with you a couple of tips, because sleep is often a situation and an issue for many families with children with autism. And sometimes there is an underlying issue and a sleep condition that needs to be addressed. But many times, and usually before you address the sleep condition, you can actually do things to improve the sleep yourself as the family. So often people get stuck on the bedtime routine, and whilst the bedtime routine is an important area to think about and to ensure you've got a nice routine that the child understands and feels comfortable in and is pretty much the same each night, whilst that's important and can really help take away any anxiety, it's also really important to think about what's actually going on in the day for that child. So consider things like, is the child active enough? Are they getting too much screen time? Are they having naps in the day? Or is there something in their diet that's keeping them awake for longer than they need to be? So that's one thing to think about. So you want to think about the daytime routine and if there's any patterns there that are causing issues at bedtime. So it could be a behavioural or psychological thing where, for example, if the child gets upset, you always give them something, and maybe that pattern continues while they're trying to go to sleep in the night. So they're getting upset and they're relying and dependent on you to give them something. So think about the day and think about the night routine. The next thing to think about is really whether your child is getting enough sleep. And you can find out about how and whether your child is getting enough sleep by from their age and what they should be getting. But also on top of that, most children with additional needs need a couple of hours extra sleep on top of the recommended sleep for their age. So that's worth considering and making sure they're getting enough sleep. And of course, always think about whether you're getting enough sleep as well. And sometimes this can be a bit more challenging to deal with if your child has sleep conditions and is up most of the night. So if you put in these day routines and night routines and you're trying to assess and address whether the child is getting enough sleep and there's still sleep issues going on, and these may be specific things like night terrors or sleepwalking, sleep talking, any sort of specific situation, then this needs to really be seen by a professional, and you can address those situations as they come up. But in the meantime, I think it's really important to think about that routine in the day and the night, looking at the diet and at how active the child is. So if you like this e-zine tip, then please share it with other people. And if you're not already getting these e-zines straight to your inbox, then please do sign up for the e-zine on the website. And if you have any questions, you can always email me, and you can always share your thoughts and comments on the Facebook page.